game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down. It's Walker, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd down now. It's Walker, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now That's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Walker complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
The key here, as it usually is, protection. Love the design of this one because they leak the running back out and send him down the field. But you've got to give a quarterback time to locate him. They did for a nice play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length. Because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. We're scoreless after one. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Hands it off out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Walker. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll set up a throw, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. LaMarcus Joyner in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the 1st half, and our highlights will likely be on the defense. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at the 18. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this one complete to Reed. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you across down to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach in our big sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. First quarter of this stuff. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Arizona. And they did get a whole lot done the rest of the department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football. It was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? On the return, Walker. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy if you intend to win.
And I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Walker. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd and 5. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back now comes Tampa Bay. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
Well, he obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think. Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. They run again with Walker. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33 as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll try and run. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 10-yard touchdown run. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 7. And time, a huge factor. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
On first down, Walker. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Walker looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Cole Beasley, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play there for Arizona. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Malik Jackson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip there.